What's up, everybody, and welcome back to my little corner of YouTube here, where it's time to level me up. And today I wanted to go over my entire 6-star game plan that I have so far. And I kind of reworked some of the numbers because some of the equations were off from the first video that you might have seen. But this one's going to kind of be a little bit more in depth, a little bit more into what I need to actually get a 6-star here in 2018 sometime. Before I do that, big shout out to my 5-star class crystal video for hitting 1,600 views. I really appreciate that. That is super awesome. And then also I want to hit a shout out to Diddy's, AKT from Turkey, and XJXJ for hitting me up in game. That was pretty awesome. I love talking to people that watch the videos and always have good comments for me, so I really enjoyed that. Thank you guys so much for hitting me up. But yeah, let's get into this. So as you can see here, I have my 6-star game plan. Here's the number of shards that I'm actually starting out with: 40,662. In the other video, that was slightly higher because it actually included some of these values, and I didn't realize that. But so far this month, I've been able to complete the heroic, almost done with master for the event quest. And that's kind of what this first section right here is all about, just getting the event quest 5-star shards every single month from here through February. I'm going to definitely need to expand that out here, but this is just kind of an overview of it. So right now I've gotten, 2,000 overall from that, 2,100 from master so far. On the far right here, you'll be able to see what I'm expecting to be able to get. So I expect to be able to clear heroic every single month. I should be able to clear master every single month 100%, so that shouldn't be an issue. So all of that's going to end up getting added in eventually. Now as I go down, I have not finished the story quest at all. In my other video, I was kind of talking about how much I hate story quest. I don't know if I actually went into how much I hate it, but I just really don't like it. It takes a ton of energy. The rewards seem not so great. I do want to 100% complete Act 4 specifically just for the mastery points. There's only 5,000 total Act 4 possible points here between everything. So that's only like half of a 5-star crystal. Not really worth it in my opinion. And that continues on as we go through, Act 5. They just released Chapter 3. I did not put that in there in this video for some reason. But I will update that here shortly. But, yeah, so that's kind of where we're at with this. I have a long way to go with that. And eventually I'll end up being able to get probably, I think, let's see, that's what, 89? So, yeah, once I complete Act 5, Chapter 3, if I can make it that far, if I can force myself to do this, I'll at least get, one more basic 5-star crystal out of story questing. As I go down here, we've got the monthly calendar. In August, they had that those 5-star shards every single 7 days you logged in. This actually got started just at the tail end of that, so I included the 2,000 there from the 28th day of the monthly calendar. And then right here, the arenas, that's kind of where I stopped on the last video. So I broke it down as the 4-star basic and 5-star featured, because that's where you can get the 5-star crystal shards from. I, as you can tell, have not been grinding in arenas very much. Something I really gotta do. They announced the 6 stars, they've announced the AW changes. I just really haven't felt like grinding. But below that, we have new things that I had not previously thought about getting 5-star shards from. So right here, you can see summer advancement. 1 week we clearly ranked higher than the other week, but we got 5-star shards both weeks there. I believe there's one more week that I missed in there, but I couldn't find the screenshot of it or how much there was. And then here's the 4 stars that I've been able to duplicate so far this month. In the other video, I think there was maybe 1 or 2. I've managed to duplicate 7 more, so all of that's getting added in. We won one Alliance War. I think we actually won a couple, but like I said, I only found the screenshots for one of them. And then every single time we're getting an Alliance War completion for the exploration rewards. So all of that's getting added in. I did open up 3 5-star crystals, the featured crystals, trying to get Medusa. If you have not seen that video, I'll include a link down in the description down below, so check that out. That was kind of fun, but I did waste, about 45,000 shards there. So yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at right now. Right now I have 5,679. This number right here, the 21,975, that's the number of 5-star shards I expect to be able to get if I complete all of the quests, and that's without including Chapter 3 for Act 5. Once I get those numbers, I'll put them in. And, one thing that is not in here, I do have Road to the Labyrinth in here. I do not have the Labyrinth of Legends, because I haven't actually finished the road. I know you can get 45,000 shards for 100% completing that, but I don't know how much the rest of the actual chapters are or anything like that. So once I actually finish Road to the Labyrinth, I will add that in here. But here's a quick look at what I actually need. So Kabam said that, we are going to need 10,000 6-star shards to be able to open a single 6-star character. If you look at the math there, that means we're going to need 37 duplicate characters, 27 duplicate 5-star characters to earn the 10,000 6-star shards. That right there is insane. But that means that we're going to need 370,000 shards at a minimum. And I'm kind of going to go into the math behind duping here in a minute, but it's going to be way more than that. Like in my original video, I was saying, maybe I could do it with like 70, tries. And now I'm thinking, no, it's probably going to take way more than that. It'll probably be a little over 100. But we'll see what ends up happening with that. So as I go down this little equation here, my current number of shards, and then the shards that I need. So I need, from where I'm at right now, 364,000-ish. Questing is only going to give me 21,000 shards. So that means I need to get 348,000 shards from arenas and duplicate characters. That's crazy. That's a huge amount. It's going to be insane trying to get that. It is going to be really, really tough. It's going to be outrageously tough. But it is possible. It is totally possible. Especially if I'm able to complete Labyrinth of Legends and get that 45,000 shards, that will be a huge chunk. That is going to be super tough for me because I do not have Star-Lord. I do have Gwenpool, which I hear might be able to do pretty well through most of it. I don't have Archangel or Iceman or the Hulk or any other really hard-hitting people. I do have Angela, who maybe I might be able to do a crit team with, and maybe I might be able to actually get through that. But of course, first I got to finish Road to the Labyrinth, so we'll try that here probably within the next couple of weeks, and so I can get started on Labyrinth of Legends. But let's talk about duping and the chances of duping. So right now, there's about 107 total characters in game. This includes the non-playable characters. If you take out those non-playable characters, I think there's 10 to 15. But that leaves us somewhere in the area of about 97 playable characters that you can dupe from a 4-star crystal. And my math might be a little bit off on this, but from all the resources that I could kind of tap and find, this is kind of what I ended up coming up with. Right now, I have 64 4-stars, which is pretty fantastic. I have a huge amount of 4-stars, in my opinion. And so that gives me an option whenever I open up a 4-star crystal. Gives me a 66% chance of actually duplicating a character. Now, if I miss the duplication, I get a new character, and it just increases my chances in the future. So that's kind of helpful. That's kind of nice. I'm going to need to dupe a gigantic amount of characters, clearly, to get the 5-star shards that I need. But it's always nice knowing that there's a 2/3 possibility that every time I open a 4-star crystal, I'll be able to get some 5-star shards. To increase my chances for getting a 4-star, I need to basically dupe as many 3-stars as possible. It takes the same 37 duplicate characters to earn one 4-star crystal. So if I can duplicate 37 3-stars, I'm guaranteeing myself one 4-star. That's a lot of work to do, but fortunately, some of the rewards for like normal and beginner mode in Event Quest, the 3-star, the 2-star, 3-star arena, they'll give me, shards, and they'll kind of help bolster up my 3-stars. Eventually, once they're all max sig level, then I'll be able to get the extra shards out of the max sig level crystal. And that's really kind of just where I'm kind of driving towards. I use the same number of 3-stars. It kind of comes out right about the same. So, for math's sake, just to make this easier, I just kind of carry that number down. So far, looking at my inventory there of 3-star champions, I have 96, which means I basically have about a 99% chance of duplicating a champion. It is going to be very rare for me to get a new champion out of this, so every single time I can basically count on it duping and getting those 4-star shards, which is nice. But lastly, that brings us to the insanity behind the 5-star dupe possibility. So right now, let me just kind of show you guys this. This is from the MCOC Trucos. They put this together, and it is a list of all the current ones. I couldn't find the one for September, but this is August, so it kind of shows it all in there. But right now, there's 54 characters in the basic pool. I currently have 7 5-star champions. Now that I just got my latest 3 that I need to rank up. So with that 7, out of the 54, that means I have a 13% chance to duplicate one of the guys. And every single month this is going to get worse. So every single month they're going to start adding 5 more. So for example, next month, when they add 5 more, that drops me down to 12%. The month after that drops me down to 11. Month after that, I believe, is the last one that they kind of have up till, which will give us 69 to 72 characters in game, somewhere in that neighborhood. But that'll drop me down to a 10% chance to dupe if I don't pull any new basic 5-stars. At this point, I might save up for 1 or 2 5-stars at a time, but I'm pretty much just going to pull them as soon as I get them. The reason for that is that way it'll help me out in the featured arena, getting closer to having an easier time of getting 5-star shards. And then also, just, having those 5-star champions, maybe put them in AW somewhere, just kind of be able to use them more. But right now, here's kind of where I'm at with my 13%. And eventually, hopefully, that will kind of even out. It's going to be some time. I probably don't expect to, really update this. I might update this, once a month just so I can show my progression throughout it. But, yeah, that's kind of terrible chances overall. From here on out, though, I am only going to be pulling from the basic pool. I'm not really going to waste my time on the featured pool. The featured pool does have better chances for, the main person. So, this time it was Medusa, before it was, Archangel. It does give you better chances for that. But if I really want to try and push myself to try and get a 6-star, it's going to have to be basic pulls for sure. Granted, with this, in the FAQ, they were talking about introducing the playable portion of these 6-stars somewhere in March. I really don't think that I'll be able to do it until, the end of summer if I'm super, super lucky. And I end up just getting a ton of duplicates. That's really kind of what my goal is that by the end of next summer, I'll be able to have a 6-star champion. So yeah, so that's kind of my overall 6-star game plan. I will be adding more stuff into this as it comes up, and you'll see these numbers change hopefully I'll be able to get through, get into Labyrinth of Legends and then past Labyrinth of Legends and get that extra 45,000 shards, because that, like I said, would be a huge chunk. And, you know, truly I hope Kabam ends up increasing, like, Event Quest and, you know, maybe Act 5, Chapter 4 will give a substantial amount of 5-star shards, because that would be pretty awesome. But if you like this video, definitely hit that like button. Thank you so much for stopping by. I do appreciate it. And I hope you have a great rest of your day.